We're sitting on the plane, waiting to take. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. I'm downloading movies right now. Alex is downloading. What are you downloading?
We're not downloading. I'm sending them.
Oh, he's sending me movies versus airdrop. I don't know how to do that. So we are on our way to the Dominican Republic, and when we get there, I will catch up. Well, it's 4 hours later. We're getting ready to land. Are you somewhere? And I watched. What movies did you watch? You watched Jumanji and
Pitch Perfect 3.
Pitch Perfect 3, and I watched this new Strangers movie and the beginning of Insidious. The last one. Which is really good. And we're super, super excited, and we're landing right now. You guys want to see? Can you see anything? So we can't see anything, but we're getting ready to land and so. Are you excited? Alright, see you guys later. Alright, we've landed. It took us like an hour to go through immigrations and customs. Maybe not an hour. Yeah, it took us about an hour and 20 minutes to go through immigration, customs, and get in our little bus that's taking us. There's my husband. It's like super hot here, like hot, like not even compared to Indiana, like summer hot. It's like super, super hot. Very pretty though, very, very pretty. I'm hungry. Are you hungry?
I am hungry.
Are you excited to get there?
Yeah.
Gonna get in the pool, the ocean.
The ocean.
The ocean. Look at my husband's sneaker game. Look at. Are those the ones that you wore to the music festival and cleaned off?
No.
Those are nice. We're so excited. Are you tired at all? I'm a little tired. I only slept like 3.5 hours last night. Relaxed. You're relaxed? Is that what you said?
Yeah. It's like a pretty smooth, like, entrance.
Yeah, it was smooth. It just took a while, but it was smooth. But it moved really fast.
Isn't that normal? Like, it take a while?
On the way down, what did I watch? I think I just talked about this on there. We watched movies on the way down. Have some snacks. I need a lunch though. I need a lunch too. We're twinning it in our sunglasses. Look at that. Twinning. Okay, we just got here. This place is pretty fucking amazing. So this is what you see when you pull up. And it's so beautiful. And it's like so relaxed and stuff. And then when you pull in here, let me show you what you see. So you came in here and this is like the little greeting area. And this is what it looks like when you walk in. There's my husband busy at work. Did you connect to the Wi-Fi? Are you busy at work?
Not working.
So, isn't this so pretty? All I smell is ocean right now. There's a little bar in there. Okay, I don't know if the music in the background is going to let me show this or not, but so this is what it looks like. You can see the ocean in the background. So, needless to say, I am very excited to be here and to relax and get checked into our room. So I'll be back with you guys a little bit later. We're here, actually, late at night. It's like 11 something. And of course I have some kind of murder show on TV.
And Alex is ordering room service. So we've like quite used our room, but I'll show you. So here's what it looks like when you walk in. And here's our door. Oh, hello, come on in. And then if you go in here, this is our bathroom. And big thing, toilet, and then look at our shower in here. This is like crazy. It's like gorgeous. It's got those two things and this, and then you can open those doors and look out there. And then this is a little artsy thing, and this is what the room looks like.
Absolutely.
So if you go over here, oh, see, I brought my fan and a little sitting area, and then here's our balcony out here. We have this little area to sit, and then there's a bathtub over there, and then it's like this big thing. It's gonna fog up, but this is what it looks like at night. They like had this guy playing jazz saxophone over there. And right there is like a little 24-hour coffee shop. I just went in there and got an iced coffee. There's the beach in the distance. So, let me get my stuff. I'm gonna sit out here. Vlog. You gonna order it, babe? He said that it was going to take him an hour and 15 minutes. We went to, let's sit down here and eat my little snack and vlog. We went to the Mexican restaurant tonight. Okay, before I get into eating this food, let me just tell you. Hopefully that it'll unfog. Do you guys remember when I was in Mexico last year and I did this? And here's my bathing suit that I wore today. I got this in Miami for $20 at one of those little local stores. And it's like my favorite bathing suit. But anyway, do you remember when I was in Cancun last year, or Mexico, and it kept on fogging up? Okay, so let me just tell you. So we left at 7 o'clock this morning. I wonder if I can, I don't know, hold on a second. Okay, that's much better. I cleaned you off. We left the house this morning at 7 o'clock, got to the airport at 7:30, stood in line, because it was like this chartered flight thing, for like 45 minutes. The people behind us literally complained the entire time. And I was just sitting there, and you know, like I've talked a lot about like falling into the negativity and all that kind of stuff, so I just sat there and I was like, you know, like be positive, don't be negative. I'm gonna do a little mukbang on this. So this is like a little coffee shop. It's called Coco. And gave me a little spoon. And I got this little brownie thing and a piece of lemon cake. So we got checked in and everything. Then we had to go through, you know, immigration. Oh, security. Immigration was when we got here. That was a whole other story. And the flight was fantastic. It was really, really good. She had like reached out to us and asked us if we wanted to upgrade to first class for super cheap. And because this trip was like so much cheaper than what we did last year anyway, I was like, yeah, sure. And so that was nice. I mean, we never fly first class. I wish all the time, but we don't. This airline was called Swift Air. I've never heard of it. It's like a chartered airline through the travel agency. And but it was nice. It wasn't bad. We watched movies in the flight. We were like in the first two seats, so it was really nice because we had like a lot of leg room, which was really awesome. And then it was just kind of like a little special added treat, you know, for like $100 both ways. I was like, that's cool. So we did that, flew here, got here. It's like cooler here than it is in Indianapolis. I should show you the resort now that it's not foggy anymore. You guys can see it more what it looks like at night. So this is the pool, and it starts over there, and then it loops all the way around the resort. So it's like little canals all the way through the resort, and they have like 3 main buildings over there, 3 main buildings over here. The only thing I have an issue with this is called Ocean View, and it's like, yeah, we can view the ocean like way over there. But let me just tell you that I had like 3 hours of sleep. Here, this is me owning my truth. I was tired. Maybe a little irritable. And we got here, and the first thing we wanted to do was put our bathing suits on and go to the beach. Well, I'll have to show it to you guys, okay? Because you can't even... I took a picture. My camera's in there. My phone's in there. Maybe I'll go down there and show it to you guys tomorrow. But, so we started walking down the beach because this beach here is amazing. It has like these huge beds on it that are free. Like, I mean, you don't have to pay for anything, right? So they have these huge lounging beds and hammocks and everything. White sand beach, absolutely gorgeous. We get out there and Alex goes, tell me that the beach is not closed. And I go, what are you talking about? And he goes, it looks like the beach is closed like in the distance. Well, we couldn't see, we kept on seeing this like brown thing. And it looked like it was like this like fencing that they had up because we were like walking towards it, you know. We got on the beach, and I am not even lying to you, okay, probably 15 feet from like the ocean going up the beach, from 15 feet up on the beach, okay, and then probably like 50 to 100 feet out in the ocean, the brownest seaweed you have ever seen in your entire life. You can't, there's no way you could go into the ocean. You just couldn't. And you couldn't even really walk on the beach. Like, it wouldn't even be enjoyable to walk down the beach. I was not having it. I was so pissed. And apparently it's like going on all through the Caribbean. Like, there's like isolated areas that it's not happening to, but apparently a lot of areas, and they say that. I know Alex was talking to this girl on the beach, and apparently it's like, not brownie, it's so good. Like the ocean cleaning itself or something. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, we were real frustrated with that. And then, but that was that. And we went to go eat. And I looked at this menu, and you guys know, I had said, I don't know how I'm going to be a vegetarian on this trip. So there was one restaurant open when we got here, and we were starving. And it was like bacon cheeseburger, Philly sandwich, skirt steak. I mean, they had like a V for like vegetarian options, and it was like a spinach salad, and it was like literally this big, and I'm starving, right? So I'm trying to piece all this together and like figure out, okay, I can get little mashed potatoes, and I was like, and this was so weird, you guys. So I've now been a vegetarian for almost 11 months, okay? I know there's a lot of you out there that don't believe it, but it's the truth of the nature, so I don't really care what you think. But what was interesting was, when I was coming down here, I had told Alex actually this last night, I said, I don't know what it's going to be like at this resort, like if I'm going to have a hard time like eating as a vegetarian. And he was like, well, surely they have all kinds of vegetarians that come there, so you're not going to be the only one. Like, they would have to have options, right? And I go, well, I mean, we'll see, you know? And he goes, well, what are you going to do? And I go, because he's like always really protective of me being a vegetarian. And I said, I don't know. I said, I guess if we get there and it's like, it's eat a cheeseburger or, you know, eat nothing all week long, I'm not going to enjoy a trip and, you know, not eat. So I was so conflicted, you guys. Like, literally, I sat there and I was looking at this menu, and you know, it's weird because I talk on here a lot about how I like crave like having a cheeseburger or having meat and whatever. But like in that moment, I was so conflicted. I almost started crying. I was like, I'm gonna have to order a cheeseburger, like if I want anything, or you know, something. But I so didn't want to do it. Like I so felt, you know, committed to what I had been doing. So the waiter came, you know, and of course Alex has to help translate because I don't speak Spanish, which was a little bit of a conversation that we had tonight. I understand. He would really like me to learn Spanish, so that's going to be my commitment when I get back to Indianapolis. I'm going to start on that right away. But I said to the guy, I go, do you guys have a grilled cheese? Do you have a grilled cheese sandwich or like a cheese quesadilla? And he was like, kind of difficult about it at first. And he's like, well, let me go check. And he came back, and because he was like, well, let me take your order. And Alex was like, no, go check and then come back, because we may go get something else, you know. And I had already looked at the room service thing, and I was like, okay. Oh, well, this was what the deal was. So when we got here, Alex last night, I was like, your suitcase is so heavy. What'd you pack? And he's like, well, I brought 3 pairs of jeans, 2 pairs. I was like, why did you bring jeans? We're going to the Caribbean. It's going to be so hot. And he was like, I don't know, I like to wear jeans when I, you know, go out at night, whatever I go. It is going to be, like, it is literally, you guys, like, right now, it is, like, 85 out here. And, like, the humidity in Indianapolis is one thing. And it's beautiful. I'm on vacation, so I'm totally fine with it. But it is, like, you know. I said, nobody's going to be wearing pants or jeans to dinner at night. So we get here, right? And she tells us that 2 of the restaurants out of 7, the Italian one and the French one, have dress attire, and you have to wear long pants. Guess who didn't bring any long pants? I didn't bring 1 pair of long pants, which is so funny because I never used to wear shorts back in the day when I was like in high school. I hated shorts, and now it's like all I wear in the summer. I was not happy because I was really craving like Italian food. Well, we walked by, so later after, you know, Peter gets a little bitchy. We walked by the Italian restaurant. Alex is like, well, every guy there has shorts on, so it's obviously not an issue. But she goes, oh, it's totally fine. She goes, we have a seafood restaurant that you can wear shorts in. I go, yeah, no, I've never eaten fish, and I'm a vegetarian. And she goes, you're a vegetarian? I go, yeah. And she goes, oh, and I was like, oh, this is gonna... So the room service, so they have like cheese quesadillas, pizzas, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, we're at this restaurant, and they're all so nice down here too, you know. But at first, he was kind of a little bit like edgy with me because he didn't really know what I was asking. So Alex like explained it to me. He's like, oh, okay. So he like came back. He's like, yeah, I said, no problem. And I said, okay. So I thought I was gonna honestly get some shitty kids grilled cheese. This was like the most fantastic, I'm not even lying to you guys, like gourmet grilled cheese sandwich I've ever had in my entire life. It was like 4 kinds of cheese, and they put onions on it. So it was kind of like a patty melt grilled cheese. I don't know how to explain it any other way. And then like fries in this like metal basket. It was so fantastic. And then I get a little side salad with that. And then for dinner tonight, we went to the Mexican restaurant, and I got this corn like salsa stuff that you like street corn. They had mixed with like lime and sour cream as an appetizer. Alex got skirt steak both places, and then I got for dinner, it was these potato and garlic enchiladas. They were really good. And so they had vegetarian, they had vegan, they were like vegan on there, it said. So I don't think it's going to be as hard as I thought it was going to be. But what was so weird to me was like in the moment, I wasn't willing to break it. Like I was so, Alex looked at me, he goes, what is wrong with you? I go, I didn't realize I was so convicted about this until like I was sitting here and I was almost forced to have to like, I mean, I wasn't forced, but you know what I mean? Like there were no other options. I was like, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to enjoy my vacation and eat anything. I guess I just didn't realize how much it really meant to me until that moment, you know? Because when we had the conversation last night, Alex was like, you know, if you eat meat, you're gonna get really, really sick. And I said, well, I don't remember that from the last time that I was a vegetarian and I stopped eating. And he goes, well, I didn't even think that you had any, like, plans to stop being a vegetarian. I said, I didn't. I said, I'm just, you know, worried about vacation. And he goes, well, you're not the only vegetarian in the world. I said, I know that. I think there was actually another one sitting right by us. Okay, but first of all, this is Honeymoon Central. Everybody on our plane and everybody here is a newlywed couple, which is adorable, right? And they're all like these girls that have t-shirts that say like Mrs. or wifey on them, and guys that their t-shirts and their hats say things like, you know, like hubby and Mr. And this couple was right by us, real hipster looking-ish, and she got a salad and he got like this huge like Philly beefsteak sandwich and all this kind of stuff. And she kept on like looking around at other people's tables, like what they got, and then when she saw mine, she like looked at my, I mean, she was sitting real close to mine, and she looked at like my meal, and then she like turned to her husband and she said something, and he was like looking over at me, and I was like, girl, you gotta always ask for the grilled cheese, okay? Now it ain't the healthiest thing on the menu, but you gotta ask, okay? Plus, a lot of places will make like pasta for you. They'll whip up pasta really quick, like a vegetarian pasta or whatever. I have found so many, like, I have never once had a problem with it at a restaurant. Like, people are never, like, nasty about it. They're always like, oh, yeah, totally, that's cool, you know, whatever. And what I also find is that a lot of chefs that work at, like, especially higher-end restaurants are vegetarian, even if there's not, like, a lot of vegetarian options on the menu. They try to have, like, one or two, but... So, we went to the Mexican dinner, and then I came back up here because I'm, like, exhausted, you guys. So after we ate, we then went and got in the pool. That's when we at the beach first. Yeah. Then we went and we got in the pool and we swam. And Alex did a photo shoot. I took a bunch of pictures. They're on his Instagram. Go check it out. I took the picture. I said, you never give me photo credit. And so we hung out there for a while. I'm reading, with that Gillian Finn book, Sharp. It has a razor on the front of it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Sharp Edges or something like that. It's supposed to be really good. So I started that at the pool today, and then we came back to the room. Alex finished watching his movie. He was watching Pitch Perfect 3, and I took a nap for like an hour and a half, and I like zonked out. I was out. I love taking naps. You guys, I could live in a hotel room. I love hotel rooms. And so we got up and I took a shower, and he was already getting ready, and then we went down to the Mexican restaurant. And then I came up, he went to go get a drink at the bar, and I was like, I'm gonna go sit upstairs for like 20 minutes. You have a drink by the pool or whatever. He was like, well, I don't know how long I'm gonna stay down here, whatever. And I said, okay. So I came upstairs and I put my pajamas on, and then I was sitting up here and I could see him sitting down by the pool because he was like right there. And I was texting him. I was like, what are you doing? He was like sitting by the pool. I was like, I'm sitting outside. I was like, I'm gonna come down there. And he goes, okay. So I came down there, and then we sat for about 25-30 minutes, and then he was like, I'm gonna go upstairs, I'm tired, I'm gonna go to bed. And so he came upstairs, and then I went to go get this stuff, and I was coming up behind him. I said, do you want anything to eat? He goes, no, I'm not hungry at all. And then I came to the room, and he was ordering room service. We're the weirdest couple, aren't we? When's your food gonna be here? Are you sleeping until it comes? What are you watching? Oh. He's watching 13 Reasons Why. Vacations are always such a great time for us to reconnect, and you know, I'm like, my 3 major relationships that I've had in my life, all of them, we traveled together really well. And I do think to some degree, like, how you travel with somebody is like a really good identifier for a relationship. Not that those other 2 relationships made it, but it didn't have anything to do with our traveling. When we traveled, we had fantastic times, you know. I just wish that, like, Alex and I, we would have used them more as like refresher times, you know, for a relationship. But like, Alex and I are so good that, like, we know to, like, if he wants to go get a drink and I want to come up to the room for a second, it's like, we don't have to be by each other's side, you know, 24 hours a day. But it's so funny because then when we're, like, apart for 20 minutes, we're like, we want to be together, you know. It was so crazy loud down here, though, tonight, when we were walking around. And this is part of what it was. I was tired, honestly. You know, I got 3 hours of sleep last night. I've been up now for... I don't even know what. I got up at 6 o'clock this morning, 6:30, and it's 11:30, I think now, 11:30 or 12. So I've been up for a long time, and I'm starting to get exhausted. And they had this bar down here, and they were doing like karaoke, and then it turned into a dance club by the pool. I was watching it, and I was kind of surprised nobody was falling into the pool. And they were playing like, Macho, Macho Man, I'm gonna be your macho. And then up here, at the same exact time, they were playing, they had this jazz saxophonist playing like, Woman in Red. You know those songs, like all that kind of music. And it was really pretty, it really was. Because you could hear it through the whole resort. It was awesome. And when we were walking down there, you could hear it everywhere. It was crazy. And so it was going at the same time. It was too much. I was like, we need to like kind of cool it a little bit. It's like, this is like crazy town. But it is really nice here. Apparently the seaweed is only for the months of like May and June, or June and July. The beach is absolutely gorgeous. So if it wasn't for that, I would come here any other time. I don't think I would come back here again, given that you can't even go to the beach. You know, the resort is great, the room's fantastic, you know. The restaurants are like really like 5-star, they're really great. It's like, I would say it's like loungy to, there's a little party element, but it's like secluded to certain areas. Because when we came down to the pool today, there were like this DJ, and the DJ was like really, really loud. And you guys know I love that kind of stuff, right? But I also, like, when I'm on vacation, I like to sit by the pool and read and have like loungy music if there's going to be any in the background. So we kind of like moved away, and you couldn't even really hear it. And we were like one pool over. The pool literally like wraps through the entire resort. So yeah. But we hung out in the pool for, I think I got some sun today, I can't really tell. And we didn't even get into the pool till after 5 o'clock. That was the only thing I will say. You know, when you fly to Mexico, like if you fly direct from Indianapolis, or even if you stop like in Southwest, you can get there by like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. You're on the beach by 12. We didn't get checked in. We weren't in our room until like 4:30. So it was a long travel day, and I don't enjoy those long travel days. I start getting, you know, kind of irritable towards the end. I'm like, I just want to be there. You know what I mean? But that's the fun of it too. It's like the planning and the getting ready. I don't know. We were laying on the chairs tonight by the pool, and we were looking up at the stars. Can I just tell you, it's 22 minutes and 35 seconds, and that orange light has not come on one time. Is that not crazy? It must have something to do with my car. But anyway, we were sitting down there by the pool, and it was like silent, right? Well, this was after they had stopped playing all the music everywhere. And you can see the stars. I mean, the stars are so bright that like they feel like they're like right here. And I just had this like moment of like absolute like, you know, grace, where I was thinking to myself, you know, like all of that gratitude came in, you know, and I was like, here I am in this moment with my husband, you know, in this beautiful resort. Peter, don't take this moment for granted, you know. And there were times in your life that you weren't able to do things like this, and there will be times possibly that you can't again. And you know, you're so blessed to have this life that you have, and be so thankful for every moment of it. And, it was funny because when we were in the airport tonight, I think I'm going to do my Peterisms video about this tomorrow, actually. So if you hear the same story on the Peterisms thing. But we were standing in this line, and it was this woman and her husband, and they were probably, I would say, like 40. And then they have like, then there was another couple, and then a guy. I think they were like family, but I couldn't figure out who they were. And it was like a son and his friend, and they were probably like 22. And then it was like a mother and her son, and he looked like he was probably high school age. He was kind of quiet about the whole, like, this whole thing. The rest of them were, she and her son were kind of quiet. The rest of them bitched and complained the entire time. The whole time that we were in line, they complained and complained and complained. And this woman, like, nonstop, she said, well, I wish we were flying Delta. Delta's the way to go, and blah, 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 whatever. I mean, I literally, like, Alex and I, oh, and this was the other thing. They kept on making all of these jokes about Mexicans, and they were like, oh, Pancho, and all this kind of stuff, and cerveza, cerveza. And they're like, yeah. And she was like, I went in the store the other day, and this guy couldn't even speak English, and I just was like, you're in fucking America. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, my husband is literally right in front of, like, literally right in front of you. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it cracks me up that, like, people just, it's, like invisibility, you know what I mean? And he, you know, is very good with that stuff. He's like, I mean, my husband has Latino pride, but he, at the same time, is like, I'm not going to let somebody's ignorance get to me, you know? I was getting more upset about it than he was. And this woman in front of me, she and her husband, they were probably like 50, I would say. She could tell that I was getting frustrated with it. And I could tell she would like roll her eyes and stuff like that every time constantly. They're like, there's nobody at the aisle. We were literally at the back of the line, okay? And we got there 2 hours early. And there was nobody there when we got there. And she was like, I mean, there was nobody like at the counter to like check us in. She goes, there's nobody there. Why did we get here so fucking early? And blah, 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 whatever. And we thought she was joking when she said this. And she said something, she's like, and we're first class too. We shouldn't be treated this way. I was like, Alex looked at me and he goes, did we just pay that $100 to sit in hell? I go, I don't know, maybe, right? So we go through this whole line, and we're like, we get to this, I mean, it is non-stop bitching. About halfway, I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, and I'm literally saying the serenity prayer in my head, like, you know, like over and over and over. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I'm like over and over and over and over, right? I'm like, don't feed into the negativity. And you know, like, I can be a complainer too. Like, I used to talk about how I used to be a complainer back in the day. I was like, don't be a complainer, don't fall into it. I was like, you're here on a trip, you're taking a trip that a lot of people don't get to take, you're gonna have a wonderful time with your husband, you're having an awesome time. And so like, I'm like in the middle of it, I'm like got my eyes closed, and I'm like, I'm literally like I'm in peace, right? And she said something, she goes, this line, fuck. And I went like this, I went, Jesus Christ. And the woman in front of me turned around, and she's eating this like Larimar bar or whatever, and she goes, right? And she goes, I've had it. And I go, I'm just trying to stay positive and have fun. She goes, me too, she didn't say fucking, she goes, we're on vacation. She was like, why can't we just be happy about being on vacation? She's like, so what, we have to wait in line for an hour, you know? And she was eating one of those, Alex eats those Lara bars or whatever, and I go, at least you have breakfast. I don't even have breakfast. And she goes, yeah, it's called coconut cream pie. And she goes, let me tell you, it doesn't taste anything like coconut cream pie. She goes, it tastes like dates, which are the last item on the ingredients list. So we got talking with her, and she was real funny. She was like, I hate when people complain about stuff. She was like, just, you know, she goes, aren't you just so happy you're going on vacation? I go, exactly, you know. And so Alex and I got talking with her, and she was real funny. And so when we got on the plane, guess who all the 6 people were this couple that I was telling you about that were complaining, they sat literally right next to us on the plane, right? And they were oh my God, the whole time on the plane they were complaining too. But I told Alex, I said, I got my earbuds on, whatever. Oh, by the way, I got myself those, because I got Alex headphones, but I don't listen to big headphones, so I got, the yellow light just came on at 28 minutes. So I got those Apple iPods, or EarPods, you know, the ones that just have like the little thing that goes down. I am not technological. I have my glasses on. I can't do math, but let me just tell you, those things are bomb, okay? They are bomb. You take one out, it stops whatever you're listening to. Audiobook, movie, whatever. They are bomb. They are so easy to use. You open the case, and you hold them next to your phone, and it programs them for you. They were $150 of the Best Buy. That, I mean, I will use these. I cannot tell you. I go through earphones like nobody's business, you guys. Like, I am constantly going through earphones. And what happened was, I was buying cheap earphones at like Walmart, and those were even worse. And so then I would invest in like a $30 pair. So I was like, I'm gonna get a pair of nice earbuds or phones, and I'm gonna really like take care of them and really use them. So I've been so good with my little package. I was so excited about it. So yeah, that was my one little treat to myself, because my birthday is next week. Because I never buy myself stuff like technology stuff. Well, the phone, but I'm paying on that monthly for the next 2.5 years, you know. So most ridiculous phone. Somebody said to me in the comment section, they were like, yeah, $1,000 for a phone, oh, I'll take it. No, like, I didn't even know it was going to be that much. It's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous that we pay for that kind of bullshit. No, flip phones. So anyway, but I mean, we pay it per month for the next 2.5 years. Do you guys do that? Like, it's actually a better way than having to pay it all up front. But I have friends of mine that when they lose a phone, they go in and they just pay for a brand new one outright. I'm like, how do you afford that? Like, seriously, I don't have that kind of money. Anyway, I like to act bougie even though I'm not. I'm going to stop this for a second and let it cool down, because the yellow light's on. I'm at 30 minutes. I'm going to talk just a little bit more, and then I will end this. So I'll be back in like 5. Bye. Okay, so Alex just asked me if I wanted to vlog it going into the secret room because they like bring it through like a different door. Okay, here, I have to show you. This is so funny. They put it in there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, don't take it out yet. You asked me, look at that. Oh my God, what did you get?
I got food.
Oh my Lord, we just ate like 2 hours ago. That looks...
Are you itching yourself?
That looks good. Oh look, they brought 2 forks and 2 napkins.
They said I was ordering for older people.
They probably would have to because my Lord, there's so much food for a late night snack. When Alex and I used to go to Steak and Shake back in the day, we used to order so much food. Do you remember that? We would each get a bowl of chili with cheese, Frisco melts, fries, tons of oyster crackers, and you know what else we would get? Do you remember?
Chili?
I said that already. But we would split
Wow.
chicken fingers.
I wish I had a little.
What do you wish you had? That looks yummy.
I'm gonna have some.
Is that a margarita pizza? Their room service actually looks better than their meals looked. What kind of quesadillas did you get?
Chicken, but the chicken comes on the side.
Oh, like you make them yourself? All right, you guys, he's watching 13 Reasons Why, and he is, oh, you got a little, where did that tray come from? That's so cute.
Did you not watch me?
It was, look at his food, isn't that so delicious? All right, say goodnight. So I'm gonna let him enjoy his meal, and yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Bye.